Oh, Waluigi, what's going on? You having a rough time there? The war without own blood? I have not heard of that. Okay, wait. Is it the war between the Netherlands and somebody that was going on for like 300 years that only recently got rediscovered because of like a history text? You know, that it had been like kind of slipped through the cracks or whatever? Or am I thinking of something else? Oh, no, wait. No, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's the reason that there's New York and New Amsterdam. The Dutch settlers in yeah, I learned about this in American history class. I remember now. The Dutch settlers in New York were like being kind of harassed or whatever by the British, and they didn't want to leave or something like that. And then the British came in with their armada. And they pointed their guns at them. And they said, "Okay, we control the city now. This is no longer New Amsterdam. This is now New York." Also not correct? Huh. The war without own blood. I don't know. I'm not as well versed on, very, very shocking. An American that does not know European history. I know, very rare occurrence. I don't know what this conflict is. I'm having a hard time thinking of like bloodless conflicts in history. That would be huge. That would be very big colonial empire. Wait, was it the? It's not about Europe. Ooh, okay, interesting. Would it be okay? I'm gonna take a wild guess. Is it the Indonesian? In Indonesia, how Indonesia became independent from the Netherlands? Nope. Oh, is it Guyana? Please tell me it's Guyana. That would be really funny. Oh, nothing to do with Europe. Okay. Okay, so not even a European country then. Um, jeez. Nah, I can't. All the wars that I can think of in other parts of the world have been like incredibly bloody because a lot of them involve the United States, and United States usually doesn't leave until good handful of people are dead. Yeah, I got a challenger in you. Yeah, that's right. I'm not the only one good at history and geopolitics. You're from the U.S., so I give you credit for that one. Thank you. I appreciate not being the stupidest American. It's a very high honor. Yeah, not always that good. This might be a war that I've just never even heard of before. Like, I would probably know the countries that were mentioned, but I do not know the war, like, at all. Ooh, another tip. The war is still happening. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, that's something. I gotta think of, like, ongoing wars. You have one tip that could help a hell of a lot? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I know enough about, like, world politics and world history to even guess this one. Even if I've given, like, a lot of tips. You know? It would ultimately, I think, eventually it'll just come down to me guessing which countries it is, and even then, I probably don't know. Unless it involves the United States, in which case maybe. Has to do with Asia. Okay. I'm trying to think. Okay. So I don't think it would be the Korean War, right? Because a ton of blood was spilled in that one, even though it's still technically happening. I don't think it's Japan and Russia. Even though that, like, after the conflict in either, like, 1905 or 1918 or whenever it was, they like never signed a proper treaty or armistice because again, a lot of blood would have been spilled in that one. Only thing I can think of off the top of my head is Cambodia and Vietnam, because although America bombed the shit out of both of those countries, I don't think their troops ever met each other. Yeah. War without blood. So to my brain, what that sounds like is there's like escalated border conflict that didn't even really like a border conflict that like escalated on paper or something where the governments like got mad at each other or whatever, but that never actually escalated to the point where the where was always war for the newer generations. It's not two countries against each other. I think. Oh, okay. Would it be the Chinese war against birds? That one's just dumb enough that it might be, because it fits so far. I like it's entirely possible that I also not. Yeah, okay. I didn't think so. Very interesting. I don't know, because the only things I can think of are like the time that Australia declared war against emus and lost, but that wasn't in Asia, right? And then all the wars I can think of in Asia are like very tumultuous and bloody conflicts. And if it's not even two countries against each other, then that rules out like Pakistan, Bangladesh. That rules out like India and China, where that's like a border conflict. Wait, what? Was it Australia? Oh, just tell what wars I'm thinking of? Okay, so the Australian war, Pakistan and Bangladesh, because those two countries have an entire India between them. So I don't think there was actually much that happened in that war. And then like obviously not it, but it's not two countries against each other. This is difficult. I'm trying to think what other countries are there that I know who've like had internal problems, but not so severe, like just weird enough to be a war, but not so out of proportion that like people get killed and stuff. God, no, I don't think I can think of it. The only thing I can think of is like the Burmese genocide, which is currently ongoing. Yeah, they're not in war with each other. I know that. It like I'm thinking of the Indian Chinese like border dispute, not in their own countries. Okay, I'm trying to think that like. Only thing I can think of is the, oh, hold on a minute. Okay, alright, that's a big hint. So it's a, wait, what countries in Asia are even, have the status to be able to do that? Because that's like, I guess that's what we would call a proxy war, where you're fighting each other on somebody else's, territory. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. It's the Middle East, so it's something in the Middle East, right? Either that or the Arabian Peninsula. Yeah, okay. A bloodless proxy war in the Middle East. That's a new one. Right, because I guess that counts as Asia. Fought between two countries that aren't officially at war with each other. Right? And most certainly aren't, like, duking it out between their own, borders. Yeah, I know that is the problem. So I think the Middle East, and I immediately think like, okay, it's got to be Iran and somebody. Um, but no, that ain't right. Wait, I was correct. It's Iran and somebody. Okay. All right. What the fuck? Iran is like in conflict with so many different countries. There's Iran and Israel, right? Iran and Israel are at odds. And there's Iran and the United States, although that is very bloody. So that ain't it. There's Iran and Russia. I don't even know if Iran is like going toe to toe with Russia anywhere, but I mean it's in Syria. I mean there's enough different factions that maybe it's there. Um, there's of course conflict in Kurdistan with everybody ranging from Turkey to Iraq to Iran to the United States. There's the war in Yemen, which is between Russia's not a big boy in the Middle East. So then it would be Iran and Saudi Arabia, maybe? Iran and Saudi Arabia in Yemen? I'm guessing. Like, that's one of my best guesses. It's that one? They call that the war without own blood? Well, I knew about that war, but holy fuck, that's like one of the most devastating conflicts of the 21st century. Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'm actually interested to hear why they call it this. Oh, you know what? I think I know what it is, but you know, go off. But I think I know why they might call it that. If I Google it, actually. Iran and Saudi Arabia have oil. Those countries call each other enemies since before 1900. Yeah, that's true. I know that bit. I think I remember reading that. But they don't have war against each other. They pick up countries like that. Oh, yeah. That's right. They're two. Okay, yeah. They use other countries. I was thinking it was like probably because of mercenaries or their own armies have never met each other on the battlefield. That's right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense now because of because you know the whole Middle East being very oil rich, and you know both Iran and Saudi Arabia were very central to that in the 20th century. It stands to reason that they would kind of hate each other's guts to try to be that that part of the world economy. Really? Damn, that's high school level shit for you? We didn't learn about any of this in high school. The like what anything that I know about Iran has either come from, let me let the race get started here. There's like three things. It's either come from the book Patriot of Persia, which I did read during high school but was not part of class, which is about Mohammad Mossadegh and Persia / Iran's very brief life as a nationalistic but democratic state in the Middle East. And then from like modern news feed, or from my parents telling me about like the 1970s and the energy crisis, and like the Iranian hostage crisis, I think in the 80s. That's like those three things are, you know, my parents and the current news about the Iranian Revolution and the book Patriot of Persia are basically my sources of knowledge on Iran. Yeah, no, we really don't get very good history classes, especially world history.